Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to Wesosu Football, where we talk about football, and right now we're gonna react to the results of the knockout stage, round of 16 of the World Cup 2022. So we have some pretty boring matches. I was expecting more surprises, not in terms of results, but in terms of how the weaker teams were playing, alright? And we can start with the Netherlands, United States. I really thought United States would give a tough time to Netherlands with their high pressing, very determined players and very focused players, but no, they got 3-1, sent back home, and it's like I was expecting way more from United States there. I really was. Netherlands, I think it was very competent. Got 3 goals in. They didn't have much to do as well. The game got secure, and it was one of the things. I think there was only one game that was like we didn't know what was about to happen. That was kind of keeping us always, no, 2 games, it was 2 games only, that was always keeping us like, oh, something can happen here, we can have some cool game in here. The other ones was like 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, 4-1, 6-1, so pretty much every match was decided before the 60th minute, which made it a bit boring. But it's normal because in the group stage things are different. You can work out with the points, the goal difference. Even if you have less yellow cards, you can pass in front of somebody that had more yellow cards than you. While here it's like, bro, you lose, you out. So the small teams or smaller teams that were playing a more defensive style, playing more on the counter side, or they were trying to mitigate the bigger team, here it usually doesn't go out well. It went out well for Morocco, but they are the best defensive team in the tournament. And that sometimes many small teams lose their identity, lose the chances that they had of winning just because they want to play defensively and they want to condition the opponent instead of playing their best game. And I think not only right now, but as well in some games of the group stage that happened. The small team like Japan, they had a chance, Japan went for it and they got it. And other small teams, they didn't do the same as Japan, they just stayed small, they just thought small. Even Poland, bro, I hated Poland World Cup. It was so boring, it was so bad. Always in the back. I didn't saw their win against Saudi Arabia where they won 2-0. But all the other matches I've seen them playing Mexico and then playing Argentina and then playing France, always the same boring stuff. And they have like three good forwards. It's really about the mentality, and so that's what makes a small team small. It's the mentality. It's like, imagine Premier League. When somebody goes play against Man City, do they park the bus or do they play their own game independently if it's Man City, Brighton or Newcastle or whatever? That's the thing. And you can really see the difference. Morocco, their mentality was like that. They weren't trying to, oh, we're going to play against a big team, so we have to play defensive. No. Every single match, they were playing defensively. Every single match. But their players were very good for that, and it worked out for them. Now, Poland, I think they could do better. I think they could play in a different way, and I think the defensive playstyle was not fit to them. But then we have Argentina, Australia. Also, no surprise there. Australia almost put a 2-2 there. That was kind of interesting, but they weren't really doing much. I was very surprised that Australia got here, and I'm very happy that they were able to pass into this group. Like, Denmark really did not into the group, but out of the group. Denmark really did not deserve to go through. And I think Australia, even though played better than Poland or played better than Korea Republic over here. So I'm glad they went through, but yeah, I think even if they go through here with a huge amount of luck, I think it will just be kind of worse for them because they will have even less chances to go through. Then France, Poland, easy, really easy for France. Poland scored 1, but it's like, we're defending, let's go, we scored 1, defend our goal. Kind of the mess. Then England Senegal, it was very tight until England scored the first one. And actually, like Senegal was very, very strong, very compact. They tried to open up, boom, they suffered one goal, and then from there on, the game just got super open, and Senegal could not stop England. I think Senegal could do a bit better. Perhaps if they have Sadio Mane, they can put 1-1. You know what I'm saying? If they can come back a bit faster, but I think they could have done better as well. At least in my perspective, Senegal is a better team than what they have showed us. Right? Then we have here a great match, Japan-Croatia. And Japan really needs to train their penalty shootout because missing 3 penalties. Like, you had the chance to go to a World Cup quarterfinal. You played very well against Croatia. You guys both scored 1 goal, right? And then you missed 3 fucking penalties, bro. Come on. Go ask Morocco for some lessons, okay? But it was a great match. I think also Croatia, bro, I think they will take a beating from Brazil because I think they are not as good as they think they are. They play so slow. They are a better Belgium. Playing so slow. Their midfield is good, but then they don't have really good wingers. Bro, and they only scored that goal against Japan because the defender of Japan is way shorter than Perisic. Because Perisic, to take that header, he didn't even jump. So, if the defender was a bit more avid and a bit taller, they wouldn't score. And I think the keeper also could have defended that. I think it was more like Japan's mistake than Croatia playing well. And I'm not really enjoying their play style. Their only victory was against Canada 4-1. Everything else was draws, right? I mean, they're kind of looking like Portugal in Euro 2016, but come on, bro. Your coach cannot say that you have the best midfield in the world and then you just win 1 game against Canada that lost all their games. Wake up. Your team is not the best in the world. Your midfield is not the best in the world, okay, Croatia? You guys have good players, but come on. You guys aren't... you guys not that good, okay? Really, they're not that good. If you watch them play, they play very slowly. If Modric comes out, they basically can create any chances, and Modric is 37 years old. They are very limited. They have a very good goalkeeper, Livavkovic, which I always hire on my FEM saves, but that will not be enough. And Gvardiol, what a centre back. Gvardiol will be one of the best centre backs in the world. Write my words. If he doesn't go to a bad club like João Félix, great player, right? Goes to Athletic Madrid, bro, so dumb. Like, and sometimes that's what ruins players. They are in that club. João Félix was at Benfica playing very well, and then he wants to go to a bigger club, and he goes to Athletic. Yeah, it's a bigger club, but their play style does not fit João Félix play style, and the coach mentality does not fit João Félix mentality. So he's like kind of stranded there. It was very dumb, but young players want to make more money, want to be more famous or whatever, usually end up making some of those bad decisions where they move to a big club that it's not big enough for them. You know what I'm saying? Then Brazil, Korea, we already knew what's going to happen, and honestly, I think Brazil could have got even 8. I think Brazil could have got 8 goals. They scored 4 goals in the first half, and then we're like, okay, let's not break this guy's spirit no more. People got mad because of the dance of Brazil, but do you guys know Brazil? Like, I'm from Portugal. I never went to Brazil, but I've met a lot of Brazilian people. Do you guys know Brazilians people? They born dancing, okay? They born dancing. They were not offending Korea. They were celebrating themselves. It just reveals how people kind of are weak-minded. Why their dance is hurting somebody. No, they're just celebrating themselves. They will do that dance against anybody that they will win 4-1 or something. France, Portugal, Ivory Coast, China, it doesn't matter. They weren't doing against Korea, okay? Okay? So shut your ass up. No surprise there, Brazil playing well. They could score more. We know. Then we have Morocco, Spain, the biggest surprise so far. Right, the biggest surprise of the round of 16. Morocco wins against Spain, and I think Spain was a bit too stubborn, right? Because they, as I've been saying, they still play that style of heavy possession, but then I think with this team they had the ability to go more vertical and go more um, assertive into their attack. I think they were too patient. I think they were just scrolling the ball around too much. I think they didn't use all the weapons they had available to themselves. I was considering Spain to be one of the candidates to win. Not anymore, right? And then it was the same as Japan, bro. How you miss so many penalties? But on Japan, it's like, okay, bro. They are not usually in this type of decisions. They are not usually in the quarterfinals or about to go to the quarterfinals. You're talking about Spain that won Euros, World Euros, back in 2008, 10, and 12. These guys know how to be in that pressuring situation. But shout out to Morocco. It was way more Morocco benefit. It was way Morocco talent than Spain being bad. Keep that in mind. Morocco is the best team defending in the World Cup. They then their attack kinda does not connect. And one thing, their team was all broken. Injured players, tired players, mentally and physically, their team was all broken in the end of that match. I don't, especially if they lose their central back Ogwa, that will be great for Portugal, but it will be very bad for Morocco because when the other central back came in, Yamik, you really could tell the difference. You really could tell that the Morocco team wasn't as solid and strong in the back, but they got that draw until the penalties and then they win. Then we have Portugal 6, Switzerland 1. I think Portugal got one of the toughest teams. I think Switzerland is in theory better than Morocco, not Croatia, but Senegal, Japan, not Saudi Arabia, but Australia and USA. Spain, Switzerland and Croatia were not Croatia, and Morocco were the toughest ones here. Spain and Portugal, and I think Switzerland could even win against Morocco because they are really, really organized, and they could hurt Morocco more. But they got 6-1. Portugal played well. Portugal playing like that can be world champions. I do believe. I think we have the better team or the better 11, but time will tell. Just a great win. I'm very happy. Let's go Portugal. It was such a great game. Gonçalo Ramos, Ronaldo, you better wait. Okay. Then today we have Croatia, Brazil. I think Croatia will take a beating, bro. Because they will try to defend. Bro, it's like 1 hour until the game starts. I'm already seeing it. Croatia trying to defend, playing very slowly. Their midfielders being pressed by Brazil midfield. Neymar destroying Modric and Brozovic. Vinicius destroying. Because then Croatia doesn't have a great fullbacks. You know? Souza or Garanovic and Juranovic on the right side. Souza in the left side, Juranovic on the right side. Bro, Vinicius, Rafinha, Rodrigo. Go home, Croatia. Don't even play this one. You guys are gonna take 4-1 as well. I believe that they'll take a beating. If not in goals, just in play style. I think they'll take a heavy beating. And I'm glad. I really don't like Croatia play style. I think that they think they are better than they actually are, and they need a lesson here. Then Netherlands, Argentina today as well. I think that's a very interesting one. I think Argentina is still coming up to their most powerful playstyle. They know what their most powerful playstyle is. Because before the World Cup, they were not losing for like 29 games or something. You know, that's crazy good. I know they play in South America and it's a bit easier, but even though South American teams are very offensive and gritty, you know what I'm saying? So I think if Argentina comes back to that strong defense, but that presses a lot, it's not like Morocco. Morocco is like they move their defense around, very sturdy. Argentina presses you super strongly, not super high on the pitch, but super strongly, and I really like that. Argentina after Portugal is my favorite team. I do think Brazil will win, or Portugal, if Portugal plays as well as they did. But for me, that play style of getting the ball as fast as you can and go for the counter as fast as you can, for me, just makes my heart really pump. And I think Argentina will win. But Netherlands have great possession. They have a lot of creative players. and they can organize themselves very well on that 5-back without feeling too stuck. In that first game against Senegal, they felt very stuck. Very, very stuck. But then they were able to slowly maintain that structure without being stuck. And even though against Senegal they scored 2 goals, because the keeper committed some mistakes, that's true, I remember that. But I think they are way better. I think both teams grew a lot in this World Cup, both Netherlands and Argentina. But I think Argentina will win. They just can't be impatient, because if they are impatient, they will be playing in Netherlands game. They'll be running after the ball like crazy and get super physically, emotionally, and mentally tired. So I think Argentina will win, but Netherlands has a great chance here. It's like 55% for Argentina, 45% chances for Netherlands. It will be a great match. Then we have Morocco-Portugal. Can Portugal revenge nuestras hermanas? Can Portugal... I think yes. I think Portugal playstyle actually counters Morocco playstyle, because Spain was just like la 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 with the ball, and Morocco was like, bro, you can do that, it's fine. But Portugal is not la 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 la. If they play against Switzerland, Portugal is like, when is the next goal? When is the next goal? When is the next break? When is the next chance for us to recover the ball? Felix, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Gonçalo Ramos. We can score. 60 minutes is up. Ronaldo, come in. You know what I'm saying? Diogo Dalot, Rafael Guerreiro, or João Cancelo through the sides. Especially Morocco had some hurt people. Bro, I think Morocco, if they don't get more shiesty, if they don't get more aggressive, they'll take a beating from Portugal. Because they need to... Portugal is not very safe and sure in their defense. I mean, Pepe has been playing very well, hold on. But as a collective, so if Morocco can pressure Portugal and make them scared and tremble a little bit, that's their only way. If they just defend, they're gonna take a beating, I'm telling you. And then we have one of the biggest classics in world football, England-France. Woo! That will be a banger. I think France will take the win. But they need to be careful, because England has a very good offensive side. Foden, Grealish, Kane, Saka, Sterling, Mount, even Maddison. I want to see Maddison play. Southgate brought Maddison just to please the fans, and now you're not using. So you brought the player to please the fans, but you're not using the player that you brought to please the fans, thus not pleasing the fans. Are you dumb? Don't bring it then, because you're gonna just make the fans even more mad. Because you're like, yes, he cared about us, he brought the player that we like. Oh, but he's not using it. What the fuck? You know, I think England has a chance, but I think France will just beat them as well, like 2-0, simple. England tries to make some attacks, play well, doesn't finish. France just punish them. France, they have the fastest players, Mbappe and Dembele. And some people were saying that Saka was better than Dembele, or something like that. Bro, it's not. Dembele is faster. Dembele has better crossing. Yes, Saka can finish better. Saka perhaps can defend a little bit better. Bro, but he's a winger. He's not a right fullback. So being able to defend well only goes so far, right? And I think like just France as a sturdier team in general. But if England scores 1-2 goals, then I think it's tougher for England to come back. Okay, so my predictions are: Brazil takes a beating to Croatia, Netherlands, Argentina, very balanced, but Argentina wins. Depending on the Morocco play style, either Portugal takes a beating or they surprise Portugal with high pressure and perturbing their defense, but I think Portugal will win. Then England, France, it can be balanced, but if France scores early, I think England will have no chance. Okay, tell me in the comments down below, if any team that you support with your heart is still in the tournament, which team do you think will win and why? And thank you very much for watching. Press the like button, and I see you soon. This is the Cloud Surfer, surfing out.